Give us give us two or three marketing tips which people in the e-commerce industry can use without spending too much.
Well, first of all, let me comment that Sam and Kate have identified two of the most important things, right? So my perspective is that e-commerce really is logistics through customer, right? To do it well, right, you actually have to have that mindset. And that's important because I was just consulting with a company that is on Amazon, and they're asking, why aren't we selling more? And I said, well, you're doing a lot of things right in terms of having Amazon fulfill you. However, if you only give them an inventory of 16 items, they are not going to push you very hard, right? So you've got to think about that inventory side. And then Kate has identified actually a really burgeoning, in my opinion, right? We've got the boomers. I actually had my mother pass away in April, and this is a big area. So, and it's unique, right? So she's differentiated and has a unique area. So I think the first thing you really need to think about if you're going to be in e-commerce is actually what's the best way to start. And believe it or not, I don't know that that's always starting with your own e-commerce. And here's why. You need to think about how people come to you, right? And how you get there. So whether that is, and then how do you supply them? So for a small company, you know, that might be testing the market on something like, I have a t-shirt company. They just kind of tested their product on Etsy. And they found out actually a bunch of their designs sold a whole lot better than other designs. So make sure you understand how to get your volume and how to get to market. Once you have that figured out, as opposed to build it first and they will come, once you understand that, move into e-commerce and think about the real expense. The next thing is a lot of people, right? I am an odd guy, right? I started in engineering. I built a SaaS company. I fell into running an advertising agency. That was a terrible business. And then even though I sold it, but and now I feel like I've got all of my things together where I've got tech side, finance side, and creative side there to help e-commerce. But what I wanted to say is that thinking about how you get out to that market, thinking about how you draw in is really important. And you've got to recognize that, like any business, e-commerce is heavy marketing. If you're a sub $1 million company, typical expenses, right? If you're $1 million company, you're going to spend $250,000 on advertising and getting the word out. It isn't like that, right? But you start spinning up, your costs as a percentage will actually decrease rapidly. The key in my mind is get to be a $2 million e-commerce business and up, and you actually begin to get some real economy and some real benefit.